So today it's all about seed collection. Yes, it's coming to the end of the gardening season, and right now is the best time to start collecting seeds. Well, I already have collected some lupin seeds and foxglove and stuff like that because I'm obviously there earlier in the season. But right now I'm going to harvest some canna seeds, some sunflower seeds, as well as some parsley. So when it comes to my cannas, I tend to deadhead them throughout the entire season so that I have continuous flowering for summertime. Obviously, once it comes towards the end of, gardening season in general, I'm just thinking, screw it. So let some seed heads develop, and that I can then propagate specific cannas from seed. So if you're looking, and these are the fresh seed pods, so they're not viable yet. And they kind of always remind me of a scrotum when you look at them. A very small scrotum. So when they start looking like this, all dried up and cracked open, more as like a very old scrotum now it's ready for the seeds to be harvested. See, you can even see the seeds in here. So to show you the difference in between viable and non-viable canna seeds, these are the viable ones. There you have. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 viable seeds. If we now take the green one, the non-viable ones, we just open this up. See, there you can see the difference. They're all white and mushy. So these will not do anything at all. It's way too early to take them out of the sack. So this will come to nothing. These ones are, and yeah, you have to scar them and that's the stuff. I've got a video how to propagate from canna seeds, and this is what you're after. Sunflowers, they certainly have seen better days. Same with these ones over here. They're all a bit sad looking. Time to chop the heads off. So the sunflowers are done when they're looking like this. So when they start looking like this, let's just take the head off. Leaves. But so make sure that, the back part is all getting yellow and looking as it does. And obviously there are some snails or slug damage. And then also here, the little petals, each individual, the whole thing is not actually a flower. Each individual seed ultimately, these are actually individual flowers. So all you do, these come off really easily, no probs at all. And then if you just tease on the side, the seeds will be popping out really, really quickly. So this is all we're going to do. Pop out the seeds, then I'm going to let them dry for a couple of days, and then I put them into vacuum bags because that's just the kind of person I am. I urge you to do this outside, because if you do this inside and start rubbing away all these little flowers, you're going to have a hell of a mess inside the house. And here, nobody really cares. Clearly, I'm not going to be harvesting all of the sunflower seeds because while I like them, and I'm going to have a lot in the garden next year, I don't want to have like a sunflower farm. My neighbor has chickens, so I'm going to give him some. I'm going to leave some for the birds, some for the rats, mice, whatever comes in the garden at night. So I'm just going to get a few more heads. And then I'm going to get the seeds out. What you can also do, you can, again, get rid of all of these things. Take off the leaves, and you can actually store them either in the basement or if you have a dry shed. So you can just tie something up to here, so you can hang them off the rafters like this and let them dry in here. So that is viable too. You do not have to take out all the seeds and then have like a million seeds on your kitchen counter or basement or wherever you have them. So you basically just pop all the seeds out onto a tray, and then you shake it once in a while and just let it dry for a day or two. And then they're going to be just fine. Sparrows you can hear in the background, they're living in my bamboo. There's like 100 of them. They're always circling the house. And then obviously you can just hang them up as well. And this would be the easier variety of drying. So, and this is the hanging way of drying them. So you just tie them up, and then from there on there, and just make sure that they don't touch each other, and within a few days they're going to be as dry as they need to be. And what you can do, you can either then store them like this, or you can pop all the seeds out. It's entirely up to you which way you're going to be doing it. So here we are with the dried up parsley, and basically what I'm going to do just now, cut the whole thing off. Just collect them on a plate like this, and I'm probably just going to store them on the actual flower thing, because the seeds in itself are tiny. I mean, clearly it's like lupins and like foxglove, they are self-seeding, so you will always have parsley growing wherever you have one originally if you let it go to seed. And once the seeds are dry, the quicker you take them off, the less it's going to fall down. But on the other hand, as far as I'm concerned, if you have parsley in a certain area in the garden, you want to continue to have parsley in a certain area of the garden. At least that's the way my mind works. So let's get the rest of the seeds off. And these are parsley seeds, so they really are tiny. So you can either, you know, take them all off, these ones, or you can just put these in a bag and just store them like that as well. I love propagating through my own seeds, and it's one of these things that really give me a kick. So I've got quite a number of seeds, especially when the sunflowers. I mean, there are so many dead ones still hanging around, but again, I'm going to leave them for the birds, for the rats, for the mice, for whatever comes into my garden in the middle of the night. And then the canna seeds are still developing on the actual plant. So let's have a look how many I get of them. And if I don't get enough, I just split the rhizomes at the beginning of next year. Anyway, so that's me for the day, and I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.